Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, Certified Cinepath. Like psychopath?
I get it.
He got it.
I'm not that slow.
No, you're good. You're good. That one was submitted by Professor Dorkman. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor.
Yes, Professor. That's not the bit. Anyway. And of course, this is the most important person, Pippin. Say hi, Pippin. He said hi. He's our cat. He likes to nap up here sometimes. He likes to nap on the floor. So if he disappears, that's where he went. For those of you joining us for the first time, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing super well. What we're doing here is watching our way through a very long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has, i.e. Cinema Sherpa. That being said, Matthew, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching the 1992 horror film Bram Stoker's Dracula. And as per usual, I give you the year, title, and genre. You go out whatever you already know, and then we watch it and review it. So what do you know about Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Okay, so this one's kind of interesting. We've seen Dracula Dead and Loving It, with I think is a parody of this sort of.
There's a lot of it's
crossover, but of course like parody, so I'm not super sure all of the connections. And also I've recently started reading the book Bram Stoker's Dracula because, fun fact, I do a book club every month, and this month I decided I wanted to do something like horror and also that ties in with the movie that we can watch. So if you're interested in the book and you want to hang out and talk about it, we'll be holding a book club. I host it on my Twitch channel, and I'll drop the link for that in the pinned comment below, so you can check that out. But yeah, so I know the beginnings of the story because I'm only like I don't know, 7 chapters in.
Oh, well, this ought to be interesting for you.
So I'm kind of like, I know some of the characters. The one thing that I'm really excited about is I know that Gary Oldman is in this, and I like him a lot. And Winona Ryder, if I recall correctly. But mostly I'm excited for Gary. But yeah, I mean, it's Dracula. It's a Dracula story. Okay. That was why I said, you know, like a vampire.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Dracula.
Speaking of Winona Ryder, you're going to tell everybody why your hair's green?
I dyed my hair green, mostly because, I like to dye my hair fun colors. And then also, I'm going to be Beetlejuice for Halloween. So I was like, why wear a wig when you can go dye? So yeah, I got green hair.
It'll work.
Yeah. Trying to convince Matthew to go as Lydia, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm jazzed. I'm ready. I'm excited.
All right. Well, the only other thing for first-time viewers...
You excited too? You look it. Yep.
Is you might see me on my phone during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about afterwards. And with that being said, I'm ready to watch.
Let's do it!
From Transylvania arose a Romanian knight of the Sacred Order of the Dragon, known as Dracula.
Oh. Lucky bitch. Oh. So far, I'm here for the costumes.
Carrying false news of Dracula's death, Elizabeta, believing him dead, flung herself into the river.
Oh no. Oh shit! I thought that was his voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Okay. Didn't know it was going to be a random Anthony Hopkins situation. I'm here for it.
I have done everything that you asked, Master.
dislike.
I want you to take over for his foreign client, Count Dracula, but you'll have to leave Transylvania immediately.
Yes, of course, sir. If I may inquire, what in fact happened to Mr. Renfield in Transylvania?
My dude? Sorry.
We can be married when I return.
Jonathan, I love you.
I love you, Mina.
Oh. Scandals and solicitudes. How improper.
Shh, I'm watching something.
Left Budapest early this morning. The impression I had was that we were leaving the west and entering the east. Transylvania, Moldavia, and Bukovina.
My friend, I am anxiously expecting you. Your friend, D.
D.
My dear Jonathan has been gone almost a week. I am longing to hear all the news. Must be so nice to see strange countries.
I'm glad that they are doing some, diary letter stuff. Oh no. What? That was odd.
No, that was a red flag. Time to turn around and go back home.
Oh, okay. So, Strahd was just ripped straight out of this, huh?
I mean, definitely some influences there.
Welcome to my home. I am Dracula.
What's going on with the hair, baby? The shadow is killing me.
There. You, Count, are the owner of Carfax Abbey at Purfleet.
Your firm writes most highly of your.
Oh, they did. Okay.
You are a man of good taste.
Calm down.
Do you believe in destiny?
Uh-oh.
The luckiest man who walks on this earth is the one who finds true love.
You found Mina.
Write now, my friend, to your firm and to any loved ones and say that it shall please you to stay with me until a month from now.
Do you wish me to stay so long?
I will take no refusal.
Some very interesting liberties taken with light and dark.
Quincy P. Morris. He's so young and fresh.
Oh,
Oh, Quincy, please let me touch it. It's so big.
oh! This changed.
Jack!
Oh,
Oceans of love.
oh! Fudge.
Let me feel your
Homewood, Esquire.
Arthur! Oh, my darling. Lucy is a pure and virtuous girl.
Is she?
Would you care for an old Dr. Theod or
Wait,
canapé? No, thank you, Mr. Renfield.
is that Tom Waits? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's more dangerous than you think.
Oh, oh. Oh.
Listen to them, the children of the night. What sweet music they make.
Music. Those animals.
They're pretty puppies. Shut up, Keanu. Oh.
Well, they're wolves that would like to eat him.
Pups. Give them a little pat. They did it. Okay. All right.
I know now that I am a prisoner.
You were unsure at first? Dummy. Yeah. What? What? Just gonna put that back. Is that a bed? It's like orgy-sized bed. Ah! Hello. Titties! Vampire titties!
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, how could you? What of Mina?
Mina who?
Oh, damn!
Dearest Mina, all is well here. The Count has insisted I remain for a month. Ever faithful, Jonathan.
Lies. Not ever faithful. In fact.
The Count's gypsies, filling boxes with decrepit earth from the bowels of the castle. They are to be delivered to his newly acquired Carfax Abbey in London.
Oh.
I love him and I've said yes! Lord Arthur Homewood. Mina, what is it? It's the most exciting day of my life. You don't seem to care.
I don't. Alright, I'm confused. Okay. Wait, what now?
Lucy! Lucy!
Oh my. Well. Maybe I haven't got far enough in the book.
Contrary to some beliefs, the vampire, like any other night creature, can move about by day.
Oh. Cool shades, bro.
If you seek culture, then visit a museum. London is filled with it. Excuse me.
Ooh. Damn. I don't know if you want a taste of her. She cold-blooded.
I am Prince Vlad.
This way.
Your fiancé is very worried about you, and I assure you, a doctor's confidence is sacred.
I don't know what's happening to me.
I can only conclude it must be something mental.
Wait a minute.
Very true.
Ah!
You just now recognize
Yeah, I
Carrie?
didn't realize that Carrie.
I shouldn't have come here.
Do not fear me.
You putting off some vibes, dude.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
Oh. Oh. What the hell? Will you make a note?
Sure.
Random compile scenes. I'll elaborate later.
These may be the last words I write in this journal. Dracula has left me with these women. They drain my blood to keep me weak. I will try one last time today to escape through the water.
Blood ain't the only thing they drain her. Jonathan, there could be worse ways to go.
There could be, in fact. Death by snoo-snoo. Come on.
Professor Van Helsing, how good of you to come.
This young lady is very ill. She's dying. She wants blood, and blood she must have.
Roll up your sleeve, Art.
I hope y'all are the same blood type.
My life is hers. I would give my last drop of blood to save her.
The last drop? Thank you. You're very welcome here.
Ah!
Do not ask as much as that.
Do not let your eyes see nor your ears hear that which you cannot account for.
Something just went up there, sucked it out of her, and flew away, I suppose.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we're not fighting some disease here. Those marks in your dear Miss Lucy's neck were made by something unspeakable out there. Dead, but not dead. It is a beast. A monster.
Oh. Not a fan of that.
What?
Like the quick, random cuts. What? Yo. Bitch, cry some more. Is it just tears? If I spit in your hand, like, what's gonna happen? Listen, I'm trying to make a profit here.
These are your questions.
Your fiancé is safe, and he desires that you join him here so that you may immediately be married.
Dr. Van Helsing.
You're Madam Mina, dear friend to our Lucy, yeah?
Then darkness is in life, my child, and there are lights. And you are one of the lights, dear Mina, the light of all light.
Man, I'm torn. Gary Oldman, Dracula. Anthony Hopkins, Van Helsing.
Winona Ryder.
Oh no. Oh Lord, there's my dude. My dude. You gonna die.
Perhaps, though I try to be good, I am bad. Perhaps I am a bad, inconstant woman.
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
Smell the glove. Huh.
I know how deeply you loved her. I want you to bring me before nightfall a set of post-mortem knives.
An autopsy?
No, not exactly. I just want to cut off her head and take out her heart.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not great.
Lucy! Power of God is upon us! We are strong in the Lord and the power of his might! We are strong in the Lord and the power of his might! Strong in the Lord and the power of his might! Ex umbris in luce!
Ew.
In God's name, strike. Do it now.
Yeet!
Was she in great pain?
Yeah, she was in great pain. Then we cut off her head and drove a stake to her heart and burned it, and then she found peace.
Doctor!
And then she found peace.
He can appear as mist, as vapor, as fog, and vanish at will. He must rest in the sacred earth of his homeland to gain his evil power. It's here that we must find him and destroy him utterly.
I almost feel pity for anything so hunted as this count.
How can you pity such a creature?
Because I want to bang him?
You're the bride my master covets. Don't stay here, please. And I pray to God I may never see your sweet face again.
You'll be completely safe here.
Bold assumption, my guy.
Renfield, you have betrayed me.
Ew!
You found me. I want to be with you. Always. I must know. You must tell me.
I am Dracula.
You murdered Lucy!
She was only mostly dead.
I want to be what you are.
Then I give you life eternal.
There's a part of me that wanted him to pull back and be like, ew, you don't taste very good. Never mind.
No. Oh, I cannot let this be. I love you too much to continue. Take me away from all this
If you want to be a vampire, there's going to be so much death. Like, there's just so much. Oodles and boodles. Gary O face.
Mina!
Yeet!
You think you can destroy me with your eyes?
Light! Oh, creepy.
All right!
All rats!
I want you to help me find him, Mina.
Let's go to him, of course.
What you hear?
He is traveling across icy seas to his beloved home.
By train, we can reach the Romanian port at Varna in 3 days. We will meet his ship and burn it into the sea.
Uh-huh.
The Count's ship sailed past us in the night fog. The Black Devil is reading Mina's mind.
I think that with the horses we can cut him off. Reach him before he reaches the castle.
My tummy just growled.
Getting hungry?
I hunger.
Just don't look at me.
Dracula has outsmarted us again. We learned that his gypsies took charge of the vampire's box at Galat and are now on the Borgo Pass Road.
Man, y'all bad at this.
I'm sworn to protect you! Yours are Satan!
No ponies! Oh, that's a big old knife. Chop! Yeet!
God damn succubuses.
They're racing against the sunset. Maybe too late, God help us.
Oh no, the cowboy! Shut up, Winona!
When my time comes, will you do the same to me?
Yes!
No.
No!
No!
Hey,
No,
I
let them
will.
go! Let them go!
No.
Our work is finished here.
How?
Hers has just begun.
Oh, my love.
Ew.
There, in the presence of God, I understood at last how my love could release us all from the powers of darkness.
Give me peace.
I meant draw the blinds, but alright. Okay. Francis Ford Coppola directed that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so that was Bram Stoker's Dracula. Overall thoughts?
I didn't love it.
Okay.
Though I will say one thing that I did love. I love the costumes. They were great. I enjoyed the prosthetics. I love the makeup. That was very cool. Overall, creature designs was very, very neat. I have a lot of questions I think will be helpful once I finish the book, maybe, because the book tends to elaborate on a lot more things.
Yeah.
I suppose, my biggest question, Coppola's supposed to be a good director.
He is.
What happened?
So, in your opinion, this is not a well-directed movie.
Oh, I think it was a few things. Some of the acting choices, some of the Winona Ryder was not a strong character, or I didn't enjoy watching a lot of her stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what exactly.
The performance?
The performance was not there for me, and
okay.
a couple of Gary Oldman things were a little.
Now tread lightly.
As much as I love him, I think it was like so over the top in certain aspects. And I get this is supposed to be dramatic. It's supposed to be like.
And Dracula is a larger than life figure.
I do get that. But
Gary Oldman's like one of the only things that kind of saves this movie for me.
I think maybe it was like him. I've offended Pippin. I'm so sorry.
He said, "How dare you?
I take my leave.
I'll take my leave now."
I think honestly the parts where I had the most trouble with him were the parts when he was performing opposite Winona Ryder. So maybe it was the combination of the two that I found
well,
so...
they did. Apparently something happened, and I'm not sure what it was, but apparently they did not get along during the filming.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like a forced chemistry kind of situation. Like, I just did not buy that they enjoyed each other.
Okay. Well, maybe some of that real world friction bled through.
Maybe. I'll say Keanu's accent was rough, but he tried. He was there.
That was a studio decision.
To make him have an accent?
No, to have him in the movie.
Oh.
Period. The studio wanted someone who was, quote, young and hot to bring in a younger female audience.
Okay. I don't understand. Like, I'm sorry, Keanu was not the draw in this movie. It was 100% Anthony Hopkins and Gary Oldman first off, so.
Those two were the best parts.
Yes.
Mainly because Gary Oldman, his portrayal, loved it. I love the dramatic bits, the over-the-top bits. Like I'm
again. Okay, so let me clarify. The part that fell flat for me was 100% them in the doctor's office, bedroom, whatever scene. That scene, I was just like, not interested at all in that.
Okay.
It was like them together, and when he was like, "No, I won't do it." Maybe this is me because it's romance. Like maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I don't know. It was just that whole scene. I was just like, all right, let's move.
You weren't buying it.
I was not buying it.
Okay.
The other issue that I had, the other big issue, some of the cinematography choices were confusing and kind of jumbled. I asked you to take a note.
Yeah, what'd you say?
It was just like words. I don't know.
I know it's words.
It was like
random compile scenes.
Yeah.
Is what you said.
Like when we would be going from like, you know, one scene, like when the girls were in the maze, and then it was like the eyes and the sky, and then it kept like cutting to all these different like reference points or something.
So it's not so much of a direction thing or cinematography thing. It's more of an editing thing.
Maybe.
Like the quick cuts. I mean, I do agree that some part, like a lot of the movie, like the editing makes it feel very disjointed.
Yeah, like a lot of times I was just like, I'm sorry, where are we at now? What are we doing? But also, like, as far as the cinematography, like, I enjoyed initially, like, the shadow play and the work with a lot of, like, the silhouettes and everything. But, like, I felt like it was a little overdone in place. Like, I felt like it made it hokey. Like, they were going for this big, as you said, larger than life dramatic tale.
So you think it made it hokey and ripe for parodying?
Yeah, very much so. The last thing that I'll say, question wise, and maybe I'll probably learn more about this in our book club. Did Bram Stoker like really hate women? I feel like every single female in this movie was like an untrustworthy, brazen hussy that was all wanton and full of carnal desires.
So Lucy was like playing with three men. Mina.
Well, I guess like not even her, but like Jonathan was like, yeah let's go around with these.
I don't think it was.
I guess it's just maybe he was trying to make a commentary on like sexually open and expressiveness. I don't know. I'm curious to dig deeper into that.
I think it was just the overall effect of the power of the vampires and creating lust, and like it's part of their spell. Like,
so like, was this the first, not this movie, but like Bram Stoker's Dracula, the fiction, was that the first like romanticization, nailed it, of like vampires?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
I was thinking like before, like Nosferatu or whatever, he's like, I'm just here to get your blood. I ain't trying to f your bitch. Like,
I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know. I'm just,
but I don't believe so.
A lot of curiosity around this now. To take it back, what I did enjoy the costumes. I enjoyed I really appreciated the makeup and like the some of the practical effects that they did. I really liked kind of like what looked like they did a lot of like reverse shots. That's always really creepy and very cool, I think.
Yeah.
I thought that was done very well. Yeah. What else do you have?
Well, first, yes, this was a Francis Ford Coppola movie, who is, yes, a good director. I mean, the only other movie of his I think that you have seen is the movie Jack with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's done Apocalypse Now. He's done The Godfather.
Oh.
Which is considered to be one of the greatest movies.
Yeah, like I mean,
the vast majority of people will say it's up there. It's normally in the top of the list. And he's also adapted other books to movies. The Outsiders. You haven't seen
Warriors come out to play.
No.
I'm sorry.
The Outsiders.
Wait, is that Pony Boy?
Stay golden.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so
You're
sorry.
getting a lot of stuff mixed up.
We're recording early in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Okay.
Coffee hasn't kicked in, huh?
No, I need more.
You said you liked the costumes. I really love the whole aesthetic of this. The whole, like the period, the set designs, the costumes. It actually won an Oscar for best costume design.
Okay. So. I will say I did appreciate a lot of like the lighting and kind of like the color and everything. This is gonna sound silly, but at points I got like vague Sleepy Hollow kind of vibes, with some of like the color choices and sort of the washed out kind of.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it,
background.
especially around like this time of year. You said Sleepy Hollow. As soon as it hits October, that's like one of the first movies I'll watch.
We've already watched it.
Yeah. Because I love that whole aesthetic, that like overcast, gloomy grayness. It just gets me in the mood for Halloween.
It speaks to my soul.
It does, and that's another reason I kind of like this. You said you like the effects.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, a majority, are practical, caught in camera. I think one of the only digital effects they actually had were the blue flames.
Okay, yeah.
And you didn't mention anything about that, so I don't guess you've gotten to that part of the book yet.
So it's mentioned in the beginning, and that what the book said in the beginning didn't really line up with what I saw in the movie. I couldn't quite tell what the blue flames are. They're supposed to be protecting the castle. They're supposed to cause the weather thing. In the book, it was like, oh no, if you see blue flames, it's treasures hidden there or something.
Yeah, and they stop and put a rock where the flames are.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it's adapted.
I mean, heard.
But yeah, Francis Ford Coppola was very, very adamant about not having a lot of computer effects, CGI. He wanted all visual effects to be practical, or as practical as they could be. I mean, he was so adamant about it that when the visual effects team that he had told him it was impossible, he fired them.
Oh, it's like,
and
bye.
Hired his son. And they did a lot of like old school cinema, like trickery visual effects. Whenever Jonathan's writing in his diary on the train, and there's like the diary and the little trains going across the top, that was like done with a model train going across the top.
Oh, okay, neat.
Okay. Whenever the map, he's looking at the map and then it reverses and it's like shown on his face. Like they literally just projected the map onto his face.
Yeah.
Or the scene with the rats running when Jonathan's coming downstairs and it shows the rats are like upside down on the rafters. Basically, they shot the rats on a rafter with the camera upside down and then ran the film back and put a mat over that section and then shot Keanu coming down. So then,
just there you go. Boom. Boom. I also have a question. I was wondering about the teeth. There was only like one scene really where like the fangs
like,
descended.
projected.
And I was wondering, I was like, is that like
I'm not 100% sure on that
one. Like some kind of really interesting practical effect?
More than likely it's practical.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I tip my hat to you if that is the case.
Oh, there was another really cool, like, it's one of those things, like, whenever it comes to, like, visual effects in movies, it's almost like a magic trick, but it's different than a magic trick for me, because normally once you learn the secret to a magic trick, you're kind of disappointed. You're like, it takes
some of the magic away.
Yeah, but whenever it comes to movies, it's like, oh, no,
The
that's
opposite,
so creative
yes.
and ingenious.
Yeah.
The scene where Jonathan is shaving and Dracula sneaks up on him with his hand and you couldn't see him in his reflection. Well, that's because when they were coming from behind, the person you see the back of the head is just Keanu Reeves' stunt double, body double. And there's no glass or anything, and Keanu Reeves is just standing on the other side.
Oh, that's cool. See, that's brilliant. I love that shit. Like,
yeah, just old school visual effects, like trickery.
I really appreciate that.
And that one is not even like really a visual effect. It's just
smart. It's just smart.
Ingenuity.
Yeah.
Speaking of Francis Ford Coppola and stuff he did for the movie, he had, once he got everybody cast, he had all the principal cast members show up and read through the novel together, like read it out loud, their part. And yeah, Anthony Hopkins said it took him like 2 days to get through it, but I don't know, I think that probably helped.
I mean, certainly to get them in the mindset for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Gary Oldman, sorry, it's paused on the credits and his name is right there. He hired a voice coach to help him and to be able to lower his voice for like so whenever you're like, I don't know about Gary, that's why I said tread lightly.
Oh, no. It was just when he was with, bless her heart, Winona.
Yeah. He wanted to lower his voice and have more of a sinister quality to his voice.
You did great. You did great.
Yeah. Oh, whenever Winona Ryder and Gary Oldman, Mina and Dracula were in the theater house, did you see the little like shadow puppets battle scene?
Yes, that was when I told you to make the note, because I was like, what the hell? What is going on here? Because it was just like clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, a lot of flashes, a lot of quick cuts.
Okay.
But that was actually going to be like the original intro where Anthony Hopkins was doing his voiceover. They were going to use that. I'm glad they went the other way. Yeah. But I'm also glad they still got to put it in somewhere.
I mean, I appreciate it, but
because I love the way the opening is as it is. Yeah. Like the silhouetted battle. I also really love Dracula's armor. Another note to the costume design.
Good job.
Oh, speaking of that shaving scene, I don't know if you noticed it, but whenever as it was going on, did you notice like the walls were kind of closing in ever so slowly?
I did not. No.
It was supposed to give like a growing sense of like claustrophobia, being trapped in the castle. And that's maybe one of those things yet, because I watched this quite a bit. Not when it first came out, probably my teenage years. There's a tabletop role-playing game called Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh yeah.
That I used to play in high school to like basically get ideas for characters and like how they would act stuff. We'd watch this or Interview with a Vampire or the Subspecies series.
You're letting your nerd show. Yeah. I love you so much.
Anyway, sorry. So yeah, I watched this quite a few times, so maybe that's one of the reasons I noticed it.
It's very possible, yeah. I feel like I probably missed some really cool stuff because I was focused on the wrong things. Like I was focused on the fact that was Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Yeah, it may take you to watch it 2 or 3 times to like look past that because because at one point you said something like "whoa dude" or something that. And the first time I watched it and I seen Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted Keanu was in my mind.
Yeah, I mean
I get that. I understand that
because he's so young, right? Like older Keanu I associate with John Wick, badass. Okay, yeah. Younger Keanu was like 69 dude. Sorry.
I don't know. I still can't really tell the difference between
Fair
younger
enough.
Keanu.
Yeah,
That guy is a vampire.
He is unaging. You know, he is undying for sure.
Oh, there were some parts like with the rats and like the blood dripping up that you were kind of like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that Francis Ford Coppola kind of had the idea of, that basically whenever you're in the presence of a vampire, the natural laws and laws of physics don't work right.
Okay.
They're not as defined.
Okay, I get
because
that.
you're in a supernatural presence and it kind of
Everything warps.
Changes the environment.
Yeah, okay.
You had mentioned like reverse shots. There were a lot of reverse shots. One of the main ones was Lucy going back into her crypt.
Yeah.
That was because it gives it that weird, like disjointed movement, creepy.
That unnatural, unsettling.
Yeah, unnatural, undead.
Yeah, you know.
They also consulted with like professional magicians, specifically for the scene where Jonathan lays down on the bed and the brides like start rising out of it. So, which.
Okay, so my brain just like let me take you on a journey.
Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay, so I was thinking about the scene with the brides and coming up, and then I was thinking about them showing up at the campsite or whatever, and then it reminded me of a question that I had. Why the did they bring Mina to Transylvania? Lock her ass up in he's on his way back home. She's safer away from him. Why was that's just
I mean, I get it.
I mean,
the only reason I can think for it is that they're connected, and that if he does something to change course or something, then they could use her to know that.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, they knew where his ship was going to be coming into port, like where he would be arriving.
All of the updates that they got about that stuff was from old boys lookouts. None of it was from Mina. I was like, why are you here, baby? Sorry, that's
because
me
the
digging
story
into the
had
story.
to happen.
Yes, okay. Because movie, because book, because shut up, Emily.
See, the only thing I read that I actually agree with the studio on over the director, and Francis, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Francis, if you're watching this.
But I disagree. He originally wanted to have very impressionistic sets, very minimalist, and use a lot of different light and shadows. Mm-hmm. But the studio is no, build proper sets.
Yeah.
Which I like. I really love the look of the set. I love all the set pieces.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly agree with that.
Oh, other random tidbit. In the beginning, or when it was showing the silhouetted people on spears and being skewered, you can notice again on rewatch, but one of those silhouettes is very obviously Nosferatu.
Oh,
it has a
okay.
misshapen head, very long fingers.
Nice. Just kind of a little nod. Okay.
The wedding scene between Jonathan and Mina, they shot it in LA and they used a real priest.
Oh.
And it was a real ceremony. So legally, Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves are not married because they didn't have a wedding license or anything, but they always joked around in the eyes of God, your husband and wife.
Yeah.
I think that's most of the notes I got and can think of. You want to give it a rating?
Yeah. Now this is one of the reasons why I'm glad that we talk about this, because my gut reaction right after we watched it, I was like, man. But now having a second to sit down and kind of process it and talk it over and appreciate the things that I actually did appreciate. Mm-hmm. I would definitely watch this again. I'm looking forward to the edit just so that I can kind of appreciate some of the scenes that I didn't grab a hold of because I was distracted by other things. That being said, I was distracted by a few things. So I'm going to give this one, a 7.7. I struggled a bit with the editing, a lot of the editing choices. It is what it is. 7.7.
Okay.
Pippin doesn't care for my rating. He just bit me kind of hard.
That's just a little love bite.
Was it?
For me, I would give this a 6.
Okay. That makes me feel much better about my rating, actually. Pippin? Pippin? No, you can't just bap it away. You keep nibbling on me and it hurts, sort of.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. What would you rate it? Give it 10 nibbles. Oh no. Is this because it's a vampire movie? All right, so 7.7, a 6, 10 nibbles. So yeah, as a reminder, we are going to be doing a book club. We'll be streaming that on Twitch. And again, the link to that is going to be in the pinned comment below. Take a look. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how kind of like the rest of the book compares to the movie. So that'll be an interesting time, I think. If you guys know any more fun behind the scenes facts or stories, or what would you rate it? How does it compare to other interpretations of the Dracula myth? Yeah, let us know. What are your thoughts? Who was the strongest character and who distracted you the most? If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. That way you can stay up to date with all of the Summerlin-based shenanigans. And I have nothing else. Anything from you?
I'm good.
You guys take care, and we will see you next time with another first time. Bye.
Oh, no.